Oh my god, what the oh my god.
Stay back! I'm warning you!
Dude, oh my god. Whoa, whoa.
Zoom in on that, zoom in on that, zoom in on that.
This strange video has been making its rounds on the internet. It's only a few seconds long, but it shows a seriously strange creature on an unknown trail in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to make out what it is, but it looks kind of like a woman with a really funky posture. The thing is covered in mud, or has a really dark brown color, and it's crawling around and scratching the ground with its long, slender fingers. It also has something pointy sticking out of its head, and seems to be crying. People have been trying to figure out what it is, but no one has a clue yet. It's a mystery for sure.
In January 2013, while going through the footage of the trail cam left in the woods for days, a guy came across something pretty creepy. He termed it as an alien, but for some people, it looked like a ghost or some unknown creature too. At first, I thought it might just be some distorted bush or maybe an animal, but upon observing closely, the way it moves and stares dead straight at the camera, it definitely isn't something normal. It looks like a woman, but with big, wide, flashing eyes and long hair. I'm getting those creepy goosebumps by just looking at it. Ugh.
Deep in the forest, a shadowy road winds its way through the towering trees, bathed in moonlight that casts eerie shadows upon the forest floor. Suddenly, a camera snaps to life, capturing something truly frightening. Distant noises can be heard growing louder and closer, signaling the approach of an unknown entity. It quickly becomes evident that the source of these sounds is not human. The camera captures chilling images of dark figures moving swiftly through the trees, their eyes glowing eerily in the darkness. It's clear that there are creatures lurking in the forest that were never meant to be seen. As you watch this trail cam footage, be prepared for a hair-raising experience in the woods. The eerie pair of glowing eyes peering out from the darkness is all that we see of the mysterious creature. Is it the long-rumored dogman or werewolf? The truth remains a mystery, but one thing is for certain. This video will leave you with chills. The feeling of being watched and the unknown presence is sure to send shivers down your spine and keep you on the edge of your seat. In this video, a YouTuber sets out to capture some stunning footage of a wildfire in the woods. Little did he know that what he would discover upon reviewing the footage would leave him stunned. As the flames raged on, a massive creature seemingly unaffected by the heat sprinted through the fire at breakneck speed. Unfortunately, the creature was out of view when the man was filming, but upon reviewing the footage, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. The sheer size and speed of the creature was unlike anything he had ever seen before. To this day, the identity of this mysterious fire-defying creature remains a mystery. Cycling through the peaceful woods, a lone biker suddenly encounters a strange and mysterious creature. As the cyclist approaches a narrow trail surrounded by towering walls, a seemingly agile and otherworldly being jumps down from the wall and nearly collides with the biker. Startled, the cyclist stops to search for the creature, but it has vanished without a trace. With its unusual appearance and incredible speed, it is difficult to determine exactly what this creature might be. Some speculate it could be a kind of monkey, but its bizarre appearance raises questions about its true nature. Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, has captivated the imagination of people in North America for generations. The elusive ape-like creature is said to reside in forests in North America, and the recent trail cam footage might bring us closer to solving the mystery of its existence. The video shows a figure walking through the snow-covered trees, with an appearance that resembles an ape. As the figure walks, it's captured from different angles by other trail cameras. The grainy footage is one of the pieces of evidence that supports the idea that Bigfoot is real. Is the Tasmanian tiger back from extinction? This intriguing trail cam footage has sparked a heated debate on the internet. The blurry figure of a strange animal appearing for just a few seconds has left many wondering if it could indeed be the long thought to be extinct Tasmanian tiger. With the limited information in the nighttime setting, the authenticity of the footage remains uncertain, but it has sparked hope and speculation among wildlife enthusiasts. This picture showcases the infamous SCP-096, a towering humanoid figure standing at around 2.38 meters tall. With little muscle definition and signs of malnutrition, this creature boasts freakishly long arms stretching over 1.5 meters. The biggest thing to note about SCP-096 is its tendency to hide its base. Now get ready to be horrified as we present to you a video that will leave you stunned and questioning everything. At first, all we see is a man moving about, but as the footage continues, we see someone frantically trying to escape and falling. And then in a split second, a massive figure appears, a tall, slender being that walks towards the fallen victim. The terror amplifies as the creature extends tentacles from its body, slowly reaching towards the helpless individual. The video ends abruptly, leaving us all with an ominous feeling, wondering what happened next. Brace yourselves, this is not for the faint of heart. Imagine being a hunter stalking out in the woods, waiting for your prey. You spot a deer, take aim, and pull the trigger. You're certain you got the shot, and you make your way over to claim your prize. But when you arrive, you're in for the shock of a lifetime. Instead of a lifeless body, the deer is very much alive and hops up, sprinting away into the woods. It's enough to give any hunter a heart attack, but it's also the kind of story that gets told and retold over the campfire for years to come. Can you believe it? I thought I got the deer for sure, but that thing was quick on its hooves. It's the perfect mix of excitement and disbelief, and a story that any hunter would be proud to tell. The footage shows a creepy man lurking in the woods. The person recording the video tries to talk to the man and see what he's up to.
How you doing? Oh.
But he doesn't say anything back. Instead, he just makes these freaky noises that will give you goosebumps.
How you doing?
After a moment, the man starts crawling out of the woods in the most bizarre way possible. And that's when the person recording the video gets freaked out and decides to get the heck out of there. There's this video of some people who decided to take a stroll in the woods at night. They had a torch to light their way, but it was still pretty dark. As they were walking, they stumbled upon this weird creature sitting on the ground with its back towards them. At first, they thought it was some kind of animal, but then it turned its head around and they saw these glowing eyes and a really creepy face. Some people think it was a fallen angel, while others say it was a demon. Either way, it's pretty spooky stuff. In this video, a curious man decided to investigate strange noises coming from the sewer near his house. He had experienced similar sounds in the past, and even caught a glimpse of what he believed to be a mysterious creature, which he described as an alien. In a bold move, he decided to make peaceful contact with the creature. But what happened next was far from peaceful. Some say it was the rake, but what do you guys think? In a small rural community, residents have been claiming for years that they spotted a strange creature lurking in the woods. Despite their stories, no one believed them until one resident was finally able to capture it on video. The footage shows a massive gorilla-like creature walking through the woods. But is it really Bigfoot or just a clever hoax? The debate continues to rage on, but one thing is for sure. This video has made a lot of people think twice about venturing into the woods alone. This video takes us to an abandoned house, where a brave soul ventured in with just a torch in hand. As he goes deeper, a feeling of unease sets in, and suddenly a creepy creature emerges from the shadows, crawling towards him and making spine-chilling noises. The man quickly turns around and sprints out of the house, clearly frightened by the unknown being. It's unclear what the creature was, but it's safe to say that the abandoned house is not a place for the faint-hearted. Now, this might not be the typical trail cam video or a creepy creature type of video, but this is scary nonetheless. A video has emerged on the internet showing some men trying to catch one of the mutant humans who they claim to have seen in the vicinity. The video is blurry, but we can see the man running at an incredible pace. dodging the traps and tricks the men have laid out for him. Eventually, they manage to capture him, and the footage is both intriguing and creepy, as we can't help but wonder about the fate of these mutants living in the abandoned city. As the sky turned dark and the sun disappeared from sight, a strange creature emerged from the tall grass of a nearby field. Its skeleton-like body and pale skin were an unsettling sight, and the eyewitnesses couldn't help but wonder if it was a human in a creepy costume, or a genuine monster lurking in the shadows. As the creature disappeared into the night, they were left with more questions than answers. What kind of creature could it possibly be? Theories and guesses were pouring in, but the mystery remained unsolved. A guy captured something really strange on video. He was walking in a field when he noticed some movement in the crops. So he shone his flashlight over there and saw this creature which was partially hidden. The video quality was not that great, but you could still make out some whitish face and probably some hair as well. However, the creature was clearly not happy about being disturbed and immediately rushed towards the man, who had to run as fast as he could to get away from it. What do you think this creature was up to? The footage that has been circulating on the internet lately shows a mysterious creature hiding behind the woods. The creature can be seen peeking out from behind the trees towards the camera before quickly hiding again. Although it may seem creepy at first, it turns out to be a harmless and adorable creature playing hide and seek. It is difficult to tell what kind of creature it is, but some speculate that it could be an owl or a pixie. However, the true identity of this playful creature remains a mystery. In a spooky video captured in the woods, a man is recording his surroundings when suddenly he pans the camera to the left and reveals a terrifying sight. Between the branches of a tree stands a witch-like figure, staring straight at the camera with an eerie smile. The whole scene looks like something straight out of a horror movie, and it's enough to give anyone the chills. It's unclear what the being is or where it came from, but one thing's for sure, this is not an encounter anyone would want to have in real life. The video in question is definitely not for the faint of heart. It captures some really creepy things in the forest that were accidentally recorded by the cameraman. What really stands out is the appearance of a creature that is difficult to describe. It's definitely not a common animal found in the forest. Some say it might be a ghost or a Bigfoot, while others believe it could be an unknown creature that has been living in the woods for centuries. Whatever it was, it definitely made the cameraman run away in fear. This video is a testament to the fact that there are many mysterious and cryptic creatures that still live among us, even though we may not be aware of them. Driving through his daily routine, this truck driver happened to record something very creepy on his dash cam. Maybe you can't see it while playing the video at its normal speed, so let us slow it down for you a bit, and there you see a weird figure standing on the side of the road. What exactly was it? Some said it was an alien, while others thought it's just a fake. Well, even if it was a fake, that does not make it any less scary, don't you think? A man who lived in a rather uninhabited area with woods behind his house had been hearing weird noises every day. To inspect them, he decided to install a camera in his backyard, and one in the woods, and what he captured was something not most of us would believe if not recorded by a trail cam. A weird creature which looked like it was wearing a mask on its face was seen in the man's backyard. And another glowing creature was recorded walking in the woods. Now, what exactly were those creatures? Nobody ever got to know. We all know what pixies are, right? Little fairy-like creatures. Even though they exist in mythologies mostly, there have been times when people spotted things which made them believe otherwise. And this video here shows exactly what pixies must have looked like if they were real. A little being popping its head out of the cave on the mountain. Maybe he was looking at the man sitting there filming him. Well, it just came for a few seconds and then went back from where it came from. Was it a pixie or something? Let us know what you guys think. This video is just too cute to handle. A clever little raccoon was caught on camera trying to reach some fruit on two fallen trees. The only problem was it was a little too short to reach the fruit on the upper tree. But that didn't stop the determined little critter. It continued to try and reach the fruit, even though it almost fell into the water at one point. But all that hard work paid off, and it finally got its snack. This guy was exploring the jungle, being all adventurous and stuff, when he stumbled upon a cave. Of course, he couldn't resist the temptation and went inside to check it out. But as luck would have it, he found something he never expected: a creepy creature crawling towards him in the dark. Talk about a heart-pumping moment.
Right, there's something there. Okay, let's
He made a run for it and got out of there as fast as his feet could carry him. We're still not sure what that thing was, but we're pretty sure it's not the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It isn't always woods you might encounter scary creatures. Sometimes they're among us all, in cities for instance this one. A creepy crawling creature under the pedestrian bridge in Kyiv was recorded on a camera by a man. It was evening and the whole environment makes the scene more scary. And about the size of the creature, of course it wasn't small, because even though the video was recorded from far away, the creature is still easily visible. Uploaded on YouTube in 2012, this video shows three curious boys who are trying to look for something in the middle of the night. It looks like they're just teasing the neighbors because we see them ringing the bell and running away. But they don't know what they're about to encounter: a slender man waiting for them in the dark a little far.
God. Whoa, whoa.
Zoom in on that, zoom in on that, zoom in on that.
Whoa.
As soon as they spot it, all three of them can't help but freak out. We don't know if they managed to run away or were caught by the Slender Man. Do let us know what you guys think. Well. Looks like the good people of Kentucky have been blessed with a new neighbor. And by neighbor, we mean a creepy, gaunt humanoid creature lurking in the front yard. When a man uploaded a video on Facebook, folks were left scratching their heads as they watched this strange creature move slowly with its back bowed and arms splayed forward. No one knows what it is, but one thing's for sure: it's definitely not your average friendly neighborhood creature. Twitter users claim to have seen something similar sprinting across their neighbor's lawn, and another user even mentioned a monster disappearing into the forest. Looks like this spooky creature isn't new to the area. As the night falls, a majestic elephant makes its way through the darkness, but suddenly something catches its attention. A trail cam silently capturing the moment has disrupted the elephant's peaceful journey. The elephant splashes water on the camera, attempting to destroy the intrusive device. It then approaches the camera, carefully inspecting it. But this camera proves to be too resilient for the elephant, who tries again and again to destroy it with no luck. The elephant's frustration only grows as it tries everything in its power to get rid of the annoying trail cam. Despite its efforts, the camera remains intact, and eventually the elephant is forced to give up and move on, leaving the camera to capture its every move in the silent darkness. The animal kingdom can be merciless, as seen in this footage captured in Montana. A dead deer's carcass is the center of a brutal battle between a coyote and a bald eagle. The scene starts with a group of crows feasting on the deer, but their feast is disrupted by the arrival of the eagle. However, the coyote quickly arrives and challenges the eagle for the prize. The eagle attempts to assert its dominance by stretching its wings and appearing larger. The outcome of the fight remains unknown, leaving us to wonder who emerged victorious and claimed the deer as their meal. This trail cam footage showcases a remarkable moment in the life of a white-tailed buck. At first, the deer can be seen calmly eating grass, completely unaware of the camera's presence. Suddenly, the buck shakes its head, causing its antlers to fall off, leaving the deer momentarily stunned. As if realizing something's amiss, the deer quickly runs off, only to stop and start grazing again a short distance away. This video provides a unique insight into the life of these majestic animals and highlights their resilience and adaptability in the face of unexpected challenges. This rare sight was captured on a trail camera deep in the woods. The deers gracefully graze on some fresh grass, their white coats standing out against the lush green background. It's a truly breathtaking sight to see these two creatures in their natural habitat, thriving and coexisting peacefully. This reminds us of the magical moments we can experience just by observing the beauty around us. It's truly amazing what this camera was able to capture. Check out this impressive Canadian black bear, recorded by YouTube channel Garrett Bros Outfitting back in 2013. The bear was determined to retrieve a hanging beaver, which was suspended out of reach of potential predators. The bear demonstrates impressive strength and athletic abilities as he scales a tree and dangles from a rope in pursuit of the beaver. Despite his best efforts, the bear ultimately falls short and lands on his bottom, giving up on his hanging meal. Are you ready to be haunted by the mysterious presence of a goat? This spine-tingling footage of a white goat standing stock still and staring straight ahead has been circulating the internet for months now. Is it the legendary skinwalker or just a hoax? The source of the footage remains unknown, leaving us to only speculate and be left in a state of eerie uncertainty. Check out this wild video that's got the researcher community talking. A State Department of Fish and Game remote camera near Lassen Peak managed to capture some pretty amazing footage of a Sierra Nevada red fox on an early snowy morning in March. It's not every day you get to see a rare sight like this, and this video is proof that nature never ceases to amaze us. Who knew a simple trail cam could lead to such a thrilling discovery? In this incredible nighttime footage, we witness a rare and unexpected showdown between two of the forest's top predators. A mysterious owl swoops down from above and lands a sudden attack on a seemingly unsuspecting eagle. The eagle tries to defend itself, but to no avail. This sudden show of aggression from an owl is unusual and has many experts scratching their heads as to what could have provoked such an attack. The reasons behind this owl's behavior are still unknown, leaving us to ponder the mysteries of the animal kingdom. This video serves as a reminder of the unexpected twists and turns nature can take. Get ready to witness a rare and unexpected moment in the animal kingdom. In this clip, two giant pandas are seen engaging in a vicious fight, leaving us all surprised and puzzled. These gentle creatures are known for their love of bamboo, playful behavior, and adorable tumbles. But it seems even pandas can have a feisty side. The reason behind this sudden outburst of aggression remains unknown, but it's a true testament to the diversity of animal behavior and the ever-surprising world we live in. This video is just the cutest thing you'll see all day. A little baby bear finds itself in a bit of a predicament. It's stuck up high on a small tree and just can't muster up the courage to jump down. But never fear, Mama Bear is here. With determination in her eyes and a fierce look of love on her face, she takes matters into her own paws. She shakes that tree with all her might and puts in some serious elbow grease to make sure her little one is safe. After a few minutes of hard work, the branch finally snaps and down comes the baby, safe and sound in Mama's arms. This video just goes to show the lengths a mother will go to protect her young. Aw, who can resist a good old-fashioned Mama Bear rescue? The backyard might look like a playground for kids, but in this video, it's the bears who are all having the fun. Mama Bear is taking a well-deserved break while her 4 cubs are going down the slide, swinging on the swings and basically just having a blast. It's not every day that you get to see wild bears in a suburban area, and this family of bears seems to be making the most of it. The video is both heartwarming and a little bit surprising, and it's a reminder of how wild animals can sometimes make themselves right at home, even in the most unexpected of places. It's fascinating to see the bears playing and having fun, and it gives us a glimpse into their lives and personalities. Overall, this is a rare and delightful sight that nature lovers and animal enthusiasts won't want to miss. Well folks, this video is a real treat. Boog the bear is in for a surprise when he enters his living room and sees a baby deer just hanging out. At first, Boog is cautious, slowly making his way over to the little deer. But she's not having any of it, buffering his attempts to be friendly. But with a little patience and persistence, Boog finally wins her over, and the two end up having a friendly encounter. Who says animals can't make new friends? This video just goes to show that even the unlikeliest of creatures can find common ground. Who says only humans need a spa day? These sparrows are taking their grooming game to a whole new level in the woods. In this video, we see them engaging in a little activity called dirt bathing. It's a fascinating process where birds cover themselves in dirt to keep their feathers healthy and free from excess oil. These birds are taking a dip in the dirt, rolling around and flapping their wings to make sure every feather is coated. It's a unique sight to see these small creatures taking care of themselves in such a creative way. Who knew birds could be so hygienic? Get ready for some woodland drama. This video captures a wild pine marten trying to catch a quick red squirrel. The two animals dash around the tree in an intense 45-minute chase. It's like a scene straight out of a nature documentary, with the pine marten determined to catch its prey and the squirrel using all its agility to stay one step ahead. In the end, the squirrel outsmarts the marten and escapes to freedom. This video proves that anything can happen in the great outdoors. It's not every day you see a lion in the streets of an Indian city. The chaos starts with a herd of cows running for their lives, followed by a brave little dog who tries to keep his cool before realizing he better run too. And finally, the reason for all the commotion comes into view. The magnificent lion emerges, calmly walking through the streets as if he's taking a leisurely stroll through the park. It's a surreal and captivating sight to see such a powerful wild animal in the middle of a bustling city. The lion eventually disappears out of sight, leaving the onlookers in awe of the rare and incredible experience. You won't believe what these two creatures got into the wild. A lion stumbled upon a mongoose and decided to make it a plaything. The poor little guy was in the lion's grasp, but it wasn't going down without a fight. The mongoose kept trying to escape, but the lion was having none of it. This game of cat and mouse went on for several minutes, with the mongoose never giving up. Just when it seemed like the mongoose was done for, the lion got distracted by another lion, and the mongoose was finally able to make a run for it. We hope it was able to shake off its injuries and live to fight another day. Check it out! This video shows a beaver taking down a tree like a boss. Every night it chews away until the tree finally falls. The man who caught it all on camera decided to share the footage with his friends and family, but it ended up going viral. Also, don't worry, the beaver was perfectly fine. It wasn't hit by the tree, he's just that good at taking them down. So sit back and watch the master beaver do his thing. Well, what do we have here? Looks like we have a kingly duo walking side by side in the woods, a lion and a deer. Who would have thought? This trail cam footage is a rare sight, as lions are known to be the king of the jungle and the apex predator. But here, we see a deer following a lion without any fear. It's as if they're old buddies or something. Who knows what really goes on in the animal kingdom? But one thing's for sure, this video is sure to make your day a little more interesting. A dog tries to roughhouse with a little boy on his bicycle, but a heroic cat comes to the rescue. The dog grabs the boy's leg and tries to drag him, but the quick-thinking feline kicks the dog with all its might. The boy's mom rushes in and grabs her kid, and the fearless cat chases the dog away, ensuring that it won't come back anytime soon. This clip is a hilarious example of a cat being a protector, and a reminder that dogs aren't always the ones who have our backs. In this trail cam video, a majestic white-tailed deer is captured roaming freely through the wilderness. However, just a mere 5 hours later, tragedy strikes. In the early morning hours, a pack of wolves descended upon the innocent deer. The deer is seen desperately trying to escape the predators, but it quickly becomes apparent that the wolves outnumber their prey. In a matter of minutes, the wolves launch a brutal attack, and the once majestic deer becomes the centerpiece of a brutal feast. The scene is a stark reminder of the harsh realities of nature, where even the most beautiful creatures are not immune to the dangers of the wild. A family captured this video on their backyard security camera, which showcases the cunning of a red fox. In the dark of night, the fox attempted to infiltrate the family's chicken coop. The disturbance caused the chickens to start making a racket, alerting a pair of German shepherds who were on guard duty. The dogs sprang into action, chasing the fox away from the coop and ensuring that there was no further threats to the chickens. The video is a testament to the unwavering loyalty and protectiveness of man's best friend. The dog's swift response and unwavering vigilance shows that dogs truly are everyone's best friends, always ready to defend their loved ones against any danger. So, you know how bears are usually all cuddly and cute? Well, don't mess with their personal space because they can get feisty. This little guy stumbled upon a trail camera and wasn't having any of it. He went to town, wiggling and shaking it until it broke. While the footage we got is pretty hilarious, I can't help but feel bad for the camera. I guess it just got on the wrong side of a bear who values his privacy. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos. In December of 2010, a creepy and unsettling sight was captured on a trail cam. At first glance, it looked like a deer with abnormally large antlers, but upon closer inspection, it was revealed that the antlers were actually clusters of growths. Experts say that the animal may have been suffering from antler warts, but others believe that it could have been a mutated creature. The footage is haunting and leaves us with more questions than answers about what lurks in the dark of night. In this next video, we follow a brave adventurer with a camera who descends into the depths of the earth. With his camera rolling, he captures footage of a creepy creature lurking in the shadows. As he stops moving, the creature emerges from the darkness, with two glowing eyes peering out from its mysterious form. But as soon as the man attempts to approach the creature, it scurries back into the abyss. The footage leaves us with more questions than answers, and we're left wondering what kind of being we just witnessed. Hey, have you seen that creepy video of a goat just standing there, staring straight ahead? It's been making rounds on the internet, and people are freaking out. Some say it could be the legendary skinwalker, while others think it's just a hoax.
Hello. She wants to come in, doesn't?
We don't even know who filmed it, so it's all up to our imaginations. But one thing's for sure, it's definitely spooky. While hiking through the mountains, two friends heard some strange noises, and being curious as they were, decided to check it out. Little did they know they were about to come face to face with a mountain lion. The big cat was clearly startled by their presence, but luckily for them, it wasn't hungry. The whole encounter was captured on video, and while it was certainly scary at the time, it makes for an interesting story to tell later on. The guy who filmed it was out searching for his cat in the middle of the night when he spotted something really creepy lurking in the darkness. As he shone his light on it, a pair of glowing eyes stared back at him, making his blood run cold. After watching the footage, he was convinced that what he saw was none other than the Rake, a legendary creature known for its creepy appearance and eerie presence. What do you guys think? The video captures the playful antics of a young bear cub and its mother in the woods. As the duo play around, the curious cub makes its way over to a nearby trail cam. But instead of just sniffing around, the little troublemaker decides to have some fun and starts toying with the camera. At first, it tries to claw and bite at it, but when that doesn't work, the cub resorts to a full-on assault. It paws at the camera, nudges it with its nose, and even gives it a good old bear hug. Even though we cannot see the mother bear in the video later, it is possible that she must be somewhere near looking at its baby in amusement, seemingly at her wit's end with her rambunctious kid. This hilarious video captures a deer getting into a fight with a decoy deer, and charges towards the decoy with all its might, not realizing it's a decoy. It hits it so hard that the decoy falls apart. After the fight, the deer didn't even stop to look back and ran off straight into the forest. This deer was definitely not in the mood to mess around. A dude out on his bike enjoying the fresh air and beautiful scenery, when all of a sudden, he's being chased by a massive grizzly bear. The guy puts the pedal to the metal and tries to outbike the bear, but the furry creature isn't giving up so easily. Finally, the cyclist has to jump off his bike and run into the woods to hide behind a tree, hoping the bear won't find him. Fortunately, some hunters were in the area and they managed to scare the bear away with a few shots. Talk about a wild ride. In this hilarious trail cam video, a thirsty skunk was minding its own business, trying to get a sip of water from the pond, when a possum decided to crash the party. Out of nowhere, the possum charged towards the skunk and gave it a little nudge, causing the skunk to tumble into the water. The possum quickly darted away, leaving the skunk drenched and confused. It's not every day that you see a little rivalry between the two cutest critters in the animal kingdom. A trail cam somewhere in the USA captured something hilarious. A mountain lion was caught on camera checking out a swing like a curious kitty. It looked surprised and fascinated by the mechanics of the swing, and it even tried it out for itself. The lion was swinging back and forth like it was the best thing in the world, and it seemed like it was really enjoying it. It just goes to show that even the fiercest of predators can have a softer side. There's a funny video on the internet that shows a cheeky cat named Shadow who snuck up on a mule deer and slapped its leg. The deer was taken aback at first, but then got curious and came closer to inspect the little troublemaker. They played around for a bit, but then the deer gave the cat a good kick to the side, sending Shadow rolling away. This all happened in the front yard of a neighbor's house, and the people watching were laughing at the silly interaction. According to the person who recorded it, it wasn't the first time Shadow played with his deer. A gang of plantation workers found this creepy-looking creature with short ears, no tail, and a furless body covered with brownish-gray skin and sharp claws. The workers were freaked out by the bizarre appearance of this animal and thought it to be some unearthly being that had come to haunt them. They hit the creature, but later environmental experts revealed it to be a rare Malayan sun bear. The workers got into trouble for their cruelty, and the bear was sent back to the forest where it belonged. While filming a moose on a roadside in Gaspé, Quebec, Canada, the videographer noticed something strange in the footage. At first, it was just a moose casually walking by, but upon closer inspection, there was a mysterious shape at the back left that caught the attention of the viewer. The video quickly went viral, and people speculated on what the strange shape could be, from ghosts to aliens. The mystery remains unsolved, leaving people wondering what could be lurking in the wilderness of Quebec. This clip shows a group of people in the dark of the night, walking with sticks and torches, and leading some goats. Everything seems normal until you notice a white goat with something really weird hanging around its neck. The men themselves seem spooked by the creature, which remains attached to the goat no matter how hard they try to remove it. And when they finally do, it just looks like a strange shadow on the ground that quickly moves towards the woods and disappears. I don't know about you, but I find it pretty unsettling. What do you think it could be? The trail cam footage captured a mysterious figure that's leaving viewers scratching their heads. The creature appears to be making strange noises while repeatedly lowering and raising its head to the ground. At first glance, it could be mistaken for a human wearing some kind of mask. But the question remains, why would someone be so deep in the forest in the middle of the night making such creepy sounds? The video has sparked speculation and debate about what this strange creature could be. Can it be a chupacabra? Let us know what you guys think. A video clip captures a large creature moving in the woods and shaking trees. Though it's not completely visible, the movement of the creature seems to confirm that it's neither human nor any known animal. The creature quickly disappears into the jungle as soon as it hears human presence. The mysterious nature of this creature and why it quickly ran away remains unknown. Many theories exist about the identity of the creature, including the possibility of it being a dogman or a Sasquatch. However, its true identity remains a mystery. A video from Picayune, Missouri shows a strange and skinny dog that gives off some seriously creepy vibes. The dog has horrifying features, and people are wondering if it could be a real-life chupacabra or a mutant dog species. The hairless creature has pointed eyes and an elongated tail, making it all the more terrifying. People are left wondering what this creature is doing out there in the dark, whether it's stalking goats for a midnight snack or just trying to scare off the locals with its frightening appearance. A trail camera recently captured a heartwarming moment of a bull elk in Oregon in distress. The beautiful six-pointed elk was trapped in a muddy wallow and was unable to free itself from the sticky situation. The elk quickly realized that it couldn't pull its heavy body out of the mud alone and started bugling out loud to seek help. Luckily, some kind-hearted people heard the elk's distress calls and came to its rescue. They helped to pull the elk out of the mud and watched it run off into the woods safe and sound. It's a beautiful reminder of the compassion we can show towards our animal friends in need. This creepy discovery happened in the woods of Maine, where a massive snakeskin was found in August of 2016. The skin was around 12 feet long, leading experts to believe it belonged to an anaconda. It's unclear how the snake came to be in Maine, but some speculate it may have been brought over by a hunter. While shedding skin is a normal occurrence for snakes, with younger ones doing it more often than adults, it's still a haunting sight to stumble upon such a large piece of skin in the woods. Have you seen the video of the scary creature in the woods? It's insane! This guy was out in the middle of nowhere at night, recording a video, when he spotted this mysterious creature just chilling there. But as soon as the creature sensed that it was being recorded, it stood up and started running straight towards the camera. You can see the man running for his life as the creature comes closer. What was that thing? A monster? A wild animal? Or some freaky supernatural being? It's proof that there's still some unknown creatures lurking around on this planet. A guy was wandering around the woods with his camera when he stumbled upon something really strange. It looked like some kind of creature sitting on the ground. At first glance, it appeared to be a mermaid, but when he zoomed in, he noticed that it was way too skinny to be one. It was moving its hands around and it didn't seem to notice the guy recording. Nobody really knows what it is, and it's been boggling the minds of everyone who's seen the footage. A Pennsylvania hunter had a surprising encounter with a young buck on the last day of his hunting trip. Instead of the unexpected reaction of jumping, striking, or running, the buck approached the hunter and behaved strangely. The buck was in a rut and stood still like a statue, despite being touched by an arrow. The hunter was astonished by the unusual behavior of the buck, which later regained its senses after being knocked on its antlers. It's not uncommon for deer to behave erratically during rutting season, but this encounter was particularly unique. Late one night, a group of men chanced upon an elderly woman on the side of the road. Perplexed, they asked her what she was doing there, but to their dismay, she remained unresponsive and appeared to be in a state of confusion. With her weathered hands and unsettling demeanor, the men became increasingly convinced that she was a witch and decided to record her strange behavior on video. Someone secretly recorded a goat without it knowing, and the footage shows the goat standing on its hind legs and moving around in a chicken coop, which is an unusual sight for a goat that is typically seen walking on all fours. The goat seemed to be imitating human movements and was completely oblivious to being watched. The person recording remained hidden, giving the goat a sense of solitude, which might have led to its unusual behavior. This image was taken from a trail camera that captured something very unusual. Instead of the expected wildlife, it captured the image of a girl who seemed to be trying to take a selfie with a deer. However, her presence appeared to disturb the animal, which can be seen in the picture, raising its face as if to retaliate. The black and white filter on the camera made the girl look even creepier. The picture quickly went viral after being posted on the internet, with many people wondering why someone would risk scaring an animal just to take a photo. Late at night, while driving down a deserted road, an unsettling sight catches your attention. In the periphery of your vision, you see a man dressed in the garb of Charlie Chaplin, which in itself is strange. Suddenly he starts running, leading you to a group of similarly attired figures, parading down the road in a disturbing manner. To make things worse, a blinding light shines in the background, further intensifying the eerie scene. The whole experience sends shivers down the spine. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos. Talk about trail cams, and there's no way we're not going to get footage of animals fighting one another. And this is exactly what this trail cam captured. These two white-tailed deers were captured having a pretty intense fight with one another. Even though the fight lasted for just a few seconds, one of the deer succeeded in launching some real tough punches, making the other one run for its life.
Hey!
A man was hiking in the mountains having the time of his life. You know how we all think that it's so easy and peaceful to be close to nature, right? Well, that is just not the case, and you'll agree with us too when you get to know that this man was actually being chased by a mountain lion. As soon as he heard and watched the lion following him, he ran for his life.
Oh shit! Hey!
And it was his good luck that he managed to stop the big cat with a roar. Talk about a lucky day.
Hey!
A mama deer with her baby deer were out in the wild having a very normal day. But then the mama deer sensed something wrong in the air and was all alert. Still, she decided to move on. And just as she moved forward, her baby coming behind her, we see a bobcat launching its attack towards the baby. However, the mother deer was in no mood to let someone touch her baby. She came back just as quickly as the cat and stopped her before the cat could reach the fawn. Mothers really are something else. In most trail cam footage, we see bears fighting or scratching. But this one caught these fluffy creatures hibernating. A hibernating Kermode spirit bear, or also known as the ghost bear, was captured in the most peaceful moments of its life. No hunting, attacking, or scaring humans. Just sleeping, very peacefully. So, you know those trail cameras that people use to spy on animals? Well, it turns out that not all critters are chill with them being around. Take this gator for example. The camera got too close for comfort, and the gator thought it was a snack. It started creeping up to the camera all slow-like, then tried to take a big old bite out of it. Guess the gator didn't like being spied on. Moral of the story? Even though trail cams are cool, we gotta be careful not to mess with the animals too much. A Ring camera caught a weird creature in the middle of the night. It was no insect because it was bigger than that, nor was it any kind of bird because it was smaller than that. Then what was it? According to the owner of the camera, it was a fairy. But not all agree with him, of course. Though, if you ask me, it does look like a fairy, no? While hiking in the mountains, two friends come across a snake on the side of the trail. One, we're guessing, made it past it and started recording, but the other one couldn't. After a bit of struggle, she came up with the idea to slowly sneak her way past the snake, and her friend was totally encouraging her to do that. As soon as she starts running, the snake makes its moves. Still, it couldn't get to her, but surely gave her a big scare. Talk about a close call.
Oh, he did come at you!
After a curious alligator, we present to you a curious bear. What was the bear doing there? We don't know. What we know is that the bear did not like the camera around him and decided to take matters into his own paws and bite the camera until it was completely destroyed. So there's no evidence remaining of the bears being there. And as the video goes to an end, we know that the camera was ripped apart by our ferocious attacker, and that is why we couldn't get any more footage. Talk about bears and alligators, maybe they do not like trail cams around them and want humans to respect their privacy. But about squirrels, and you might think otherwise. This squirrel was not only okay with the camera recording it, instead, it posed for it to capture it from the most perfect angle. Isn't this one of the most wholesome videos you've ever seen? An unusual friendship. It isn't always that animals are fighting and tearing each other apart. They like peace too. Not just in their lives, but in the jungles too. And one example of such a peace treaty between animals is this video, where we see a coyote and a bear hanging out with each other. No attacking, no sneaking, no hunting. Just two friends enjoying each other's company away from humans in the peacefulness of nature. They say hard work is the key to success, and this bear might have taken this advice quite seriously. As in this trail cam video, we see the bear coming towards a tree in which he knows some insects are hiding. He wants them, so he's gonna get them. At first, he makes sure the insects are in there by smelling. Then it shakes the tree until it breaks off. And when the tree trunk cracks open, he digs inside till he can reach the delicious insect snack lying inside. We all think of lions as some terrifying creatures who are all in for attacking as soon as they see something they consider as prey. However, that is not the case, and this video of two mountain lions playing with a trail cam will surely make you change your mind. They know that the camera isn't a prey, so maybe they just think of it as a toy and start playing with it in the middle of the night. Whatever the case, this video of such big cats playing with their kitty toy is nothing but adorable. This camera was installed to keep an eye on the pigs and to keep them safe. And that is how the owners got their hands on this footage, where a big bear tried to enter the pen. After several tries, he finally broke into the pen, but the pigs weren't having it. They launched a full-scale attack on the bear. And after a few rounds, the bear finally gave up and ran away with his tail between his legs. Sorry, Mr. Bear, but these pigs aren't on the menu today. Now, let us tell you about this crazy video we found. So, this hunter's dog gets caught by a kangaroo, and the owner is freaking out, understandably. He runs over to the roo to try and save his dog, but the kangaroo isn't having it. It's holding onto the dog like it's its own personal toy. Then, when the hunter gets close, the kangaroo decides to take on the man in a duel. The guy ain't afraid though, and he punches the kangaroo right in the face. The kangaroo is so confused by what just happened that it just stands there for a second. Isn't it like something straight out of a cartoon? Hey, have you guys ever seen a deer eat a bird before? Yeah, I know, sounds crazy, right? We always think of deer as these peaceful, grass-munching creatures, but this one was straight up eating a living, breathing bird. We don't really know what caused this bizarre behavior, or if it's some kind of new trend in the deer community. Maybe the deer was just feeling a little adventurous that day. Who knows? All we know is that it was definitely a weird thing to watch. I mean, what's next? Deer eating sushi rolls? Only time will tell, my friends. This family of mountain lions decided to take a little tour of this dude's house. It was a mama lion with her 3 cubs, and they just strolled right up to the front door like they owned the place. They didn't break in or anything, they just walked around, checking things out like they were on some kind of sightseeing tour. Maybe the mama lion wanted to teach her cubs about human culture or something. Who knows? All we know is that it was wild to watch these big cats hanging out like it was no big deal. So there's this woman named Francie Lubb who was out camping in Botswana, and apparently some lionesses decided to drop by and check out her tent. But it wasn't for any nefarious reason, they were just thirsty. You see, it had rained overnight and the tent was covered in water, and these big cats wanted a sip. So they started licking the water off the tent. And Francie, well, she just whipped out her camera and started recording the whole thing. She even posted it on Facebook for all her friends to see. Now that's what I call a wild camping adventure. So there's a group of deer just minding their own business, walking through the woods, when one of them spots the trail cam. But instead of just ignoring it and moving on, the deer just freezes and starts staring at the camera like it's some kind of alien object. And then out of nowhere, another deer comes up and starts staring at the camera too. It's like they're having some kind of intense stare down with this little device. I don't know what they were thinking, but it's pretty darn funny to watch, isn't it? Check out this sneaky fox who decided to steal a man's camera. It's like the fox knew the man wasn't watching, so it just waltzed up to the camera and made off with it. You can see the little thief running away with the camera in its mouth like it just hit the jackpot. The man must have been pretty surprised when he came back to find his camera missing. Looks like the fox outsmarted him. Ever seen a mama bear trying to make her cubs cross the road? Well, it's not an easy task. This video captures the struggle of a mama bear trying to get her 4 cubs to the other side of the road. The little ones, however, had other ideas. They kept running back and forth, making it a never-ending game of catch me if you can. But the determined mama bear didn't give up. She chased after them, gently nudging them towards the other side, and finally managed to get all her cubs to safety. It's heartwarming to see that animal mothers have the same struggles as us human parents. Have you ever seen a group of turkeys walking in the snow? This trail cam footage captured 3 turkeys making their way through the deep snow. It's quite hilarious to watch. The leader of the pack is in the front, making a path for the other 2 turkeys to follow. It almost looks like they're on a mission, with the boss turkey leading the way and the other 2 following close behind. Watching these turkeys trek through the snow is definitely a sight to see. In a surprising turn of events, a kangaroo and a dog were caught on camera locked in a fierce fight. And what's even more remarkable is that it took place underwater. Despite the risk of drowning, these 2 determined creatures were fully engaged in their struggle to overpower each other. After a few moments, they parted ways, but the dog decided to make a return to the fray. We can only guess what was going on in their minds. The owner of the dog became concerned and thought the dog was drowning, so he quickly came to the rescue and helped the dog into the safety of a nearby boat. The fate of the kangaroo remains unknown. When some people in their car were passing by the woods, they heard something weird. Being curious as we are, they decided to get out of the car and inspect the area and see what was causing the noises. What they did not know was that a witch was waiting for that exact moment and that she was right behind them. The video ended with the witch in sight, and we do not know what happened after that. Let's just hope they made it out alive. The video captured in the depths of the jungle shows a spider with a unique strategy to catch its prey. Unlike any other spider, it creates a decoy which looks exactly like a real spider. and waits for an unsuspecting prey to come and get trapped in its web. The decoy is not just a web, it is a three-dimensional replica of the spider itself, complete with legs and body, making it almost impossible to distinguish from a real spider. The footage shows the spider patiently waiting for its next meal to get ensnared in the web. It's fascinating to see how nature has given birth to such a clever and creative predator in the form of this spider. In this hilarious clip, we see a fluffy brown bear scratching its back on a tree like it's nobody's business. And let me tell you, this bear is really getting into it. It's like he's found the ultimate itch scratcher in that tree. You can practically see the relief on his face. It's the middle of the snowy season, so I guess all that fur is bound to get itchy at some point. I don't blame him for taking advantage of a good back scratch when he finds one. Imagine you're camping, enjoying the peaceful sounds of nature, when suddenly you get some unexpected visitors. Could be a few bugs buzzing around your tent, or in this case, a massive male lion and his lioness companions. Yep, that's what happened to the guy in this clip while he was sound asleep in his tent. Luckily, he kept his cool and didn't try to run away. It seems the lions were just curious about this strange human in their territory. And although it might not have been the most restful night of his life, the camper definitely got a wild story to tell his friends. Check out this amazing trail cam footage. A wild cat was caught in action taking on a rattlesnake. It's incredible how these cats have such a wide range of prey. This one was determined to take down the rattlesnake before moving on with its day. You can see the intense fight as the cat uses its sharp claws and powerful bite to kill the snake. It's definitely not for the faint of heart, but it's a great example of the natural world at work. The mysteries of the deep forest are endless, and who knows what secrets lie within. One such secret was revealed when a trail cam captured footage of a two-tone mouse deer in Vietnam. Scientists believed the species had gone extinct 3 decades ago, but the clip showed one alive and well, taking a leisurely stroll through the woods. It's incredible how some of these rare creatures have managed to evade hunters and predators, allowing them to survive and thrive in their natural habitats. Let's hope there are many more such discoveries in the future. Witches aren't just found in spooky stories or far-off lands. In fact, they might be lurking in your own backyard. Take, for instance, the recent encounter Saudi Arabia police had with an unexpected witch. As they drove down a deserted road, they spotted an old woman in a long white dress with wild black hair covering her face. To their horror, the woman began following their car, refusing to give up the chase. Finally, after a few heart-pumping moments, the witch disappeared into the night, leaving the officers shaken and wondering what other dark secrets might be lurking in the shadows. This image was taken from a clip which we couldn't find, but what we found was different screenshots from the same clip. It looks like a nun in a white dress is messing around with skeletons in a graveyard. What could she be up to? Maybe she's a ghost hunter or just feeling adventurous. It's definitely not your everyday activity, but it's cool to see someone exploring a spooky spot like a cemetery. Hey, have you heard of the Breathing Land? No, it's not some mystical thing from a fantasy movie. It's real, and was caught on a trail cam. Basically, the ground gets all loosey-goosey when the wind picks up. The earth starts bobbing up and down like it's doing yoga or something. It's kind of weird and trippy, but also kind of cool, you know? But let me tell you, if you stumbled upon it in the woods without any context, you'd probably think you were about to be swallowed up by the earth itself. Trail cams are always capturing some crazy stuff, man. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.
There were times when people used to think that turtles were slow, and slow and steady does win the race. But not today. Today, these turtles have learned to be fast. And not just fast, but the fastest. Look at it. If there was a record which I could give, I'd give this one for the fastest turtle on planet Earth. Somewhere at a beach in China, a man happened to see a weird, sponge-like creature. He thought it was dead, or maybe not something living at all, and that's why he went to it and held it in his bare hands. But, well, the creature wasn't dead at all, and that is when we see it moving its hands and legs, or whatever that is, in a weird way. What can it be? A mutated starfish? Let us know what you guys think. This elephant was shot straight in the head and was bleeding. But of course, elephants do not know how to treat bullet wounds, so he approached the humans in a very cautious manner and showed them the bullet in his skull. The doctors were immediate with their actions and did all they could to get the bullet out and then treat the infection. Hopefully, the elephant must be doing good in the wild these days. Now, orcas are the most intelligent creatures ever known. They not only learn quickly, but they can communicate with and comprehend people. However, what this orca accomplished was beyond amazing. A fish that had been provided to it as a snack was taken by the orca, who then hurled it toward the seagulls. The orca then waited till one of the unfortunate seagulls attempted to get the fish. The orca had utilized the fish as a bait, and it was successful in carrying out its strategy, and did so rather skillfully. I am seriously amazed by their intelligence and skills. Aren't you? This clip went viral in November 2019, and people were weirded out by its existence. Some claimed it was a carp with a human-like face. And also, this video is not fake, but it might be possible that it is just a carp, and the certain camera angle and its scales has made it appear like that. What this guy filmed was something you surely would not believe if it wasn't captured on a camera. After seeing a fish about to die, the guy came up to it and decided to help. But the fish kept coming back to the dry land and did not want to go back into the water. Maybe it was depressed and wanted to end its life. Or maybe it just loved the human so much that leaving him was not something the fish wanted to do. Snails are already pretty weird and slimy and whatnot type of creatures. Usually they like to have fresh leaves, stems, and things like that for lunch and dinner. But these days, they have started loving vegetables. Like, look at this one, and how yummy it is finding the carrot that he's just not letting go of the thing. It looks more like a hamster than a snail eating that carrot. Am I weird because I'm finding this kind of cute? I don't know. On the 29th of May, 2016, this clip was posted online, causing a shock all over the world. People were amazed to see these fishes walking on land. We don't know how they ended up on the land, and we don't know how they were able to actually walk themselves back into the water safely. If it carries on like this, the day is not far when these fishes will rule the land, and we humans will have nowhere to go. Nonetheless, this is just a weird phenomenon which asks for proper investigation and the reason to be publicized. It is a tree that is indigenous to South Africa and is called the dragon blood tree, or Cctv dragon tree. People are getting more and more fascinated with these trees because they appear to bleed when you cut them. Most people believe them to be mythical trees that only appeared in fiction until they actually encountered one. It might be nature's way of telling us to stop cutting trees. What looks like dust bunnies might actually be something pretty creepy and scary for some people. If you have arachnophobia, I'm going to warn you, this isn't something you are going to love watching, so maybe just jump to the next one. I'll give you a quick second. Go ahead. According to the man who filmed this clip, these are daddy longlegs, and they come every year to his house when it gets chilly and wintry outside. They make their home directly above his heater's dent and get themselves warm right there. But this many of them? Even the man said he's seeing it for the first time.